Greetings and welcome back, one and all, to another episode of Pillars of Eternity, where we have recently spoken with Graham and learned that there's something peculiar about a boy towards the end of this wing, the North Wing. Now, before we go about and actually deal with this, what I'm going to have done... Can I just use this? Can I... no? Use item? No, I cannot. I would like to, but I cannot. I believe this offers something. Dexterity, perception, fatigue, -2 to intelligence, -10 to might. So no on that one. That one might be for you, though. Let's have a look. Most of you have got something to drink. Where did that just go? I have no idea where that just went. Well, scallywaggery. Let's see, have we got any of that in here? Yes, we do. Okay, we'll put that there. That there. Get some cheese as well. Well. Why? Why can I not... How to split the stack. There we go. Well, apparently we can't do that either. Okay, well that's good enough. Right, Sagani, I would like you to have these. You've already got some beer. You've now got some cheese. Actually, no, that one's better for either. So you can have your beer back. -80 fatigue for 60 seconds. That's actually not that useful. Let's split this up. I don't think you actually need a might, so you may as well have this. And you can have some cheese. There we go. Now, everyone's going to get to eat.
I'm here.
Drink some beer. Damage reduction for 300 seconds.
Hey.
You can have some cheese.
What?
You can have some of that.
How may I help?
Some beer.
Yes?
Some beer. And some of this as well. There we go. Everyone should have various buffs for them now. Right. Something I really need to work on more.
These poor people.
Ooh.
This isn't the treatment that they were promised upstairs by the cushioned seats and lush carpets.
I agree, Kana.
Is that the cure for soul sickness? To be thrown into a cell and subjected to the whims of your captor?
They made great advances here. I'm sure they know what they're doing. These animals are as mad as their patients. These are lunatics and wastrels. At least they serve some purpose. Maybe it is. How would you know? I doubt the wealthier citizens have the same experience. What were you expecting? Well... yeah, what were you expecting, Kana? Kana winces. I have seen the sick and the mad exiled, or else treated like contagious vermin, but I cannot believe that this is the kindest alternative. But if all were treated were like this, the Sanitarium would never survive. What did these patients do to warrant such conditions? There are just as many who would come here and are cured of their ills, people who would otherwise be cast aside. Here's the source of all that knowledge you were so giddy about. I wonder what these would be. But there may be as many people being cured of this, and that's not really a justification, but it's still true all the same. Oh, potentially true. I mean, Grindor isn't absolutely certain of that, but still, it seems that some people are getting better. I hope so. Kana takes a deep breath. You're probably right. It's just hard to see. Let's be on our way. This place gnaws at the soul. That it does. But let's be on well stealthed. I want to see if there's anything going on up here. No, it looks like it's just this cell, all on its own. A willowy adolescent boy stands in the center of his cell, gawkish and stoop-shouldered. He stares straight ahead. The occasional blink his only movement. and it is unclear whether he registers your presence at all behind his glassy, doll-like eyes. In this state, the barriers between your soul and his are thin and porous, easily bypassed if you should wish it. Yes. You close your eyes and edge forward towards the boy's soul, and as you near, a sudden malaise comes over you. You are cold and warm all at once, sweating and shivering and straining for breath, as you did on the cavern journey. The soul you approach is the wrong one, a parasitic plant that strangles its host. It is a predatory and pitiless, and you have crossed paths with it before. Too late does it occur to you to react, and already you feel yourself plunging into some interminable abyss of thought and memory. Oh dear. You are standing in the cell now, the same cell in the Sanitarium. The halls are moonlit and empty, and you are waiting. At the far end of the ward, the doors open, revealing a flesh golem in silhouette beneath the stone archway. It makes its usual rounds, the same stops every time, the misbegotten child of despondent creators. When the construct is close, you coil yourself up and spring forward, passing out of the boy's body as though it were a membrane. You can sense his body behind you collapse into the floor, a puppet whose strings are cut. You are rushing towards the golem now, bodiless as a gust of wind. Quickly, you think to yourself, quickly, and you feel the strength hemorrhaging from your soul as you dart towards the makeshift abomination. You pass into the golem's shell and overtake the soul implanted within, encircling it, suppressing it, and containing it in this new vessel. You are strong again, and contained. You step heavy-footed down corridors, unheeded by the other constructs, and scrutinized only by the wary and trustworthy eyes of the mad, coming at last to an office piled with books and scribbled papers and the perverse implements of animancy. You set your oversized hands upon a large machine, a nest of globes and tubes and coils in the center of the room, and go to work, bending wires and unsettling alignments. Your surroundings are pulled past you, or perhaps you are pulled past them, and they dissolve into a blur. When they settle into place again, you are outside on a clear day, standing in front of a crowd stacked high above you on tiered seats of an amphitheater. You are acting for the crowd, standing deliberately still, but this is no play. A balding man with rodent-like features is strapping you onto a machine, the one you had tampered with. You see your arms for the first time, short and fleshy, unmistakably those of a little girl, but this body is not truly yours. Your mind still holds the same determination, the same hard-heartedness as before. The body itself is cold and vacuous. Unlike the others, this one has no soul of its own. Okay, this is interesting. There's some sort of soul jumping between bodies. The man speaks, and the crowd applauds with the enthusiasm worthy of a hero's entrance. "Bear witness," he says, as he pulls the lever. The machine shivers and sparks, and a bead of sweat rolls down the side of the man's brow. But the crowd's apprehension quickly gives way to awe as a crystal globe fills with a radiant mist that casts the entire theater aglow. He opens a valve, and the glow crawls through a tube along a length of copper wiring that runs to a set of electrodes beneath your armpits. You feel nothing when it reaches you, as it should be, for you have been leading his work astray periodically for some time, altering notes and settings and playing puppeteer for a hollowborn. But you make it look how people would expect it to look when a body is infused with a soul. In a moment, the machine goes dark, and the man unstraps you, eyeing you with a scientist's concern. He looks back up at the crowd. "Behold!" he says, but there is obvious hesitation in his voice. Slowly, you take a plodding step forward, then another, and another. You look up at the man, giving him the eye contact of which no hollowborn is capable, and the crowd gasps. The man looks relieved. "How do you feel?" he asks, at a volume meant for the crowd. And this is the moment. At the top of your lungs, you let out a piercing shriek. The man comes towards you, his hands outstretched, but you run the other way, back to the machine. With all your strength, you drive your head into the crystal globe, and it shatters. Streaking your head with warm blood, you drive your head down onto the surface of the machine again and again, drawing panicked screams from the crowd, and by the time the man reaches you, your body has already ceased proper function and merely twitches on the cold ground. Satisfied, You depart the corpse in search of another unsuspecting host. Who could put their faith in animancy now? You're pulled again from your surroundings, transcending the boundaries of memories and lifetimes, deeper and deeper past betrayals and murders and lies upon lies that form the thick webbing of plots beyond mortal comprehension. You settle at last on a room you have seen before, expansive with a tall device encasing an Ardra monolith at its center. The room is filled with people, and the people all look at the device. You are yanked suddenly back to reality, and the once catatonic boy in the cell is looking directly at you, appraising, calculating. There is no mistaking now that it is the soul of the man who caused your awakening that gazes out from the borrowed husk. Oh, so that man who was working with the device right at the beginning. A watcher. Not just a watcher, someone who'll break those frail little legs of yours if you don't do exactly what I tell you. I don't think that threat holds anything for someone who can jump through bodies. I believe we share a common past. I'm just looking for some answers. You made me into a watcher. I need you to undo it. Again, I'm not sure that Glyndor is necessarily ready to undo it. Just wants to understand how to make it not undo him. Is that so? He makes no effort to hide his disinterest, but he continues to search your eyes, makes a slight gaunting noise, and his eyes soften for an instant, and it seems for that moment that he recognizes you. He opens his mouth to speak, then seems to think better of what he was about to say. His jaw tightens. I know your look, your hunger for answers that elude you. It gnaws at your soul. It usurps your reason for being. You're like everyone. I will help you let go. He dodges backward with startling grace, putting himself out of reach. On his face there is no malice, only the dispassion of a farmer putting down a sick animal. Then, suddenly, he slumps forward. Oh dear. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. Wow. So we've got flesh constructs and Graham. Taxes collected. All earnings were lost to the bandits. What? Security reports related and key agents will attack the stronghold in 5 days. Is Barbican collected? Major adventure. Minor adventure. Have infiltrated the stronghold when attack. What's all this about taxes being messed up? 10-10. All earnings were lost to bandits. Those scallywags. Gonna have to deal with that. Oh well. Finish in 1 hour though. Alright, unfortunately, Graham is rushing us, which is a bit of a shame. What's also a shame is that my fighters are in the wrong place. Alright, I'm going to need you with... Would this help against these guys? Spirit. I don't think it would. So, instead, I want you to go for this. Protect our mages. As for Sagani, wounding shot. Take Graham out of this for now. Okay, that missed. Damn it. Get involved, all of you, if you will. Now, what I want from you is... Oh, wait, we could pull back into this room. Yes, actually, that would be a better idea. Pull back. Pull back. All of you pull back. Now. Get in there. Right, Eder, I know this is going to hurt, mate. And I am sorry for that. But we need you to hold this position. I know rushing into a cell, not the smartest thing in the world. I confess. There's a part of me that's like, no, don't do this. You're going to be locked in. But if we can get Eder to hold this position, then we can use everything. Our old tactics should be enough. Switch back to this. You've already got your bow. Pretty much want everyone back there right now. Nope. Oh dear. They're using spells on us as well. Right, I want this down there right now. Please and thank you. Let's get you in there. Endurance. I would like that. As for you, crazed patient. Work on the flesh construct for now. Sagani, mark the crazed patient. And Glindur, work on the crazed patient as well. Okay, let's slow things down a little bit. There we go. Right, let's not... Well, actually no, don't use that up yet. It's fine. There we are. Now I want you to drop your spell right there. Now, as for Ether, now is your time to knock someone down. So please knock him down. Can you get him there? As for you, Pair, I would like you to attack Batixa. That's a shame. All these people we actually know. I don't want to kill them. Doesn't look like there's much we can do, though. Right. I would like to have some skeletons out there. Let's actually move you forward so I can do that. Right. You should be able to get your skeletons outside. There we go. Right, have these go for Graham for now. And for you, make sure you're going for them. There we go. Okay, crazed patient is down. Well done, Durance. Go for the flash construct. Okay, Aloth, Chill Fog. It's human skeleton, it's fine. They'll all have low endurance for a little bit. Wow, my endurance must be low. Sneeze! Just shook my body. Alright, let's get you down here. We need some more of the skeletons, please. About there. Right, all of you. Target the flash construct. No, Eater. Why? Hold back. Just want you to hold this position for now. I guess you could, actually. Just take him down. There we go. And then pull back again. No, thanks. You coming up here? There we go. Right, everyone in this. And especially you. Let's get that down there.
How may I help?
Should hit him when he gets it as well. There we go. There we go. And someone's got a level up. Oh, fantastic. Getting some decent bestiary progress here as well. Right, everyone into position where you can actually attack him. And we should be good. There we go. But it's interesting that we're fighting something that can just move its soul around. That is fascinating.
Indeed.
Okay, let's actually have a look at what just went on. The Laden Key Atellite showed me a vision of an agent in place of misery and madness. I need to find this agent. I uncovered the Laden Key operative in the Sanitarium. He has the ability to possess those with weak souls. He was using one of the patients to influence Caedmon Azo's animancy research. Okay.
I'm here.
Well, let's get in. Let's see what we can find out. I'll take this. The chains grown with added weight. Crescent, bite marks, pit edges of the cot. The bucket reeks of offal. Okay. Nothing really of any value there. That is a shame.
Slow and silent.
I'm quite sad that we lost Graham there. But we've got a level to take. Right, we can look at a few things. I think athletics would be the... mechanics would be the thing to go for here. Get that up to 7. And we've got a new invocation. How about the lover cried out to the beloved, I am yours. Stirs something deep inside enemies in the area of effect, charming them. Let's see. Area of effect. Average speed. Foe AoE, charmed for 10.8 seconds versus will. Shattered their shackles, cast off their chains. Decreases the duration of and defense against hobbled, stuck, paralyzed, and petrified. Rennie Dearest Ghost spake, I'll catch you, Ben Fidel. Causes enemies in the area of effect to be terrified. My son, do you see your sister across the moor? Amasses stray soul fragments to form 2 will-o'-the-wisps that fight for the party. That actually might be quite nice. Genrisk slew the beast and soon faced its kin. Conjures 3 worms into existence to fight for the party. Requires 4 phases. Requires 4. At the sound of his voice, the killers froze stiff. Paralyzes enemies in the area of effect. No, I actually quite like the idea of getting the worms. Summons 3 worms. Yes, we'll take that. Thank you very much. Class unlock. Beloved Spirits. Improves the chance's connection to the soul fragments they employ, increasing ancient memory healing capability. Okay. We go weapon focus, defense, utility, fast runner, deep pockets, arms bearer, shoot on the run, sign of flame, heart of the storm, spirit of decay, quick switch, grants quick switch passive effects. Self minus 1.5 weapon change recovery. Nah, we don't really need that. Wound binding allows the healing of a modest amount of health on the user. User plus 84.8 health, base 80 over 12.2 seconds. Now that is actually quite nice. That's actually really nice. Quick item slots. That would be nice as well. Arms bearer plus 1 weapon set. It might be nice to give Glindur a different set of items that he can use if he needs. And moving, sign of flame. I'm not ready for that yet. Snake's reflexes plus 10 reflex, fortitude, body control. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Bolsters the character's defense against paralyzed, mental fortress, unstoppable. Cautious attack. The character attacks from a defensive posture, taking care to never expose vulnerable openings. From this stance, characters receive a penalty to their speed but increase their deflection. Weapon, shield, and shield style, graceful retreat, superior deflection. Nothing really jumps out there. Weapon focus adventurer. No. Knight, noble, peasant. Hatchet, spear, quarterstaff, bow, saber, stiletto, club, pistol, blunderbuss, weapon focus, ruffian. Savage attack. By attacking with unbridled ferocity, characters are able to sacrifice melee accuracy for a significant boost in damage. Envenomed strike. With a mixture of animal and plant venom applied to his or her weapon, the character is able to deliver a poisonous strike that does raw damage over time. Grants envenomed strike, 3 per rest. That might be nice. Marksman, plus 5 accuracy against distant enemies, plus 20% reload speed. Dangerous implement. Increases damage done by implements. 1 scepter, no. 2 weapon style. Specialized training increases the character's attack speed while using a weapon in each hand. Plus 20% dual wield attack speed. That actually really sounds nice. Primal Bingo, Sanctifier. Vessels, Wilder Hunter, Interrupting Blows, Penetrating Shot, Bloody Slaughterer. Well, I'm thinking the 2 weapon style is a good one. I'm really liking that one. Oh, the Ruffian would be nice, plus 6 accuracy with stilettos, clubs, pistols, blunderbuss. No, I think we'll go with that 2 weapon style. So there we go. And Glindur reaches a new level. Well done, Glindur.
I'm here.
Though that was quite a nasty little fight going on there, to be fair. Anything in these rooms? Is he still there? Now, that has pitted us against a much more dangerous foe. Someone who can just jump between souls. That is not good. Idle Man still there. No, really? Idle Man? You fool. Okay, fine. We're just going to have to destroy you, Ethely, then. Idle Man, you numpty. You could have survived. We would have let you.
Light, flame, and sound.
Oh, seriously? All of them? Okay, fine. Try and destroy it, Adley. Let's go to your stilettos. You can't even get in there, though, can you? That's a shame. Oh, Kana. Why? Kana, stop. Silly Kana. Switch to your combat weapons.
Following your lead.
Indeed.
Okay.
Margaret's fire.
Alright, let's find out what's going on down here. Is that... Oh, no, really? Is everyone dead? No. They've killed them all. Oh, no. That swine. Attack! Slay him quickly. We should be able to take it out. Flinter is a crazy powerful glass cannon. Okay, what did he have on him?
Yes?
We had Vassal Flash. What else are we going to find down here? We need to get to Azio, I think. Oh, Azo. Explain what's going on. Are you still here, even? There you are. What have you done? You've been experimenting on patrons against their will, mangling their souls. I have witnessed it with my own eyes. Azo's face drains of what little colour it had. How could you possibly... Look, it had to be done. Ethelmore and the others, they took everything from me. Everything when I was this close. I had to know where I failed and why. Imagine the value if I'd succeeded. I had something that could make all these hollow infants into something like a real person. And with a few more patrons and a few years' research, who knows? No one has come that close to the legacy. It's why I have to continue, why I have to risk everything. It's why you have to lie to Alvamore for me. Tell him you've cleared me of all suspicion. If it means a chance of stopping the legacy, then you have my silence. I'm going to expose you for what you are. He was trying to fix broken people by torturing people who weren't entirely broken. He was preying on the least fortunate. His goals may have been noble, but his methods left much to be desired. It's one thing doing it to people who volunteer. It's another thing forcing those kinds of experiments onto the unwilling, even if they were half mad.
Then I can't let you get in my way either.
Oh, that was a very silly thing to say. You really shouldn't. Really, really shouldn't. I promise you this is going to hurt a lot. Yep.
Shot at this.
Didn't even get a shot off.
Indeed. Yes?
Dungeon construction complete. Alright, let's have a look at this. Graham. Subject is male, approximately early 30s. Powers of speech absent, presumably a result of over-fragmentation of soul. We've already seen that one before. Azo's research. I'm close to a breakthrough. I have found an ample source of essence now, and the vessels have responded positively to infusion with the proxy. Human trials are the next logical course. Well, he may have just ruined something. He might have actually been close to fixing that. But
Of course.
at what terrible cost.
I shall.
I really hope she got out. Okay, you scallywag. Die. Right, I would like you, Eater, to knock him down. There we go. You probably won't be getting back up from that. There we go. And Eater and Sagani have got enough skill to level up. Fantastic. Also, corpse. Okay, well, I think we're going to be taking up 2 level ups now, and then that's going to be it for this episode. So, first, Eater. I'm thinking you got 8 points to spend. I could put 4 in this and then 4 into stealth. Make it, well, actually no, we don't really need that. I would rather put a bunch of points into this, into athletics. We'll save the rest. Bonus knockdown. Grants the fighter an additional use of knockdown per encounter. That'd be nice. Arms bearer. I think I would like to give Eater another set of gear. Honestly. That way I'd be able to switch between certain types of equipment. You know, better set for the kinds of encounters that we're having. At the same time, Polax, Airstock, Flail, Morningstar, Axe, Noble, Mace, plus 6 accuracy, one-hand style, plus 30% of grazes converted to hits with one-handed melee weapons. Well, we might go with that. There was a defensive one. Sword and shield. Weapon and shield style. Plus 6 shield deflection. Bonus also applies to reflex. Yeah, we'll go with this because Eater is our primary tank. There we are. That was a bit easier for Eater. And Sagani. Okay. Stealth, I think, for you. And you know what? Why don't we give you a little bit of lore as well, just for the sake of... In fact, no, let's give you 2 athletics. Yeah, that'll help with a little bit of fatigue as well. Right, Vicious Companion. Trains the ranger's animal companion in vicious tactics, causing it to deal more damage with each hit. Accurate wounding shot. Modifies wounding shot. The ranger aim becomes deadlier, making his or her wounding shot more accurate. Resilient Companion. The ranger's animal companion gains improved damage reduction against all damage types, or Merciless Companion. Animal companions do small amounts of sneak attack damage against targets that qualify. Vicious Companion I think we'll go for. The added damage from that would be fantastic. And there we go. Right. Well, we're not done with exploring this area. There's at least 2 more of those golems, and there's someone dead there by the seams of it, and also that gate that we kind of want to go through. But that's going to be the end for this episode. Bit of a grim one really, but I hope you've enjoyed it all the same, and I hope that you'll be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.